Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Popcorn and Coffee Table Talk. I'm your host, Jesse. Jay, on my right, how are you?
Good. How you guys doing?
Colin on the booth.
Doing all right.
We're about to jump in. We're going to jump right into it today with She-Hulk getting the lowest ratings on the tomato meter for a Disney Plus MCU show. Does that shock anyone?
No.
Show of hands if that shocks anyone. His hands don't move. Doesn't even shock him.
After watching the first two episodes, it does not shock me. They're bad.
Is it really that bad?
It's rough.
Rough, low.
Yeah, it's.
You haven't watched either of them?
No. I don't have Disney Plus.
I wouldn't bother with it.
It was the type. Okay, so we were talking about putting out a separate review for each episode of this, but we both watched the first one and we were just like, let's not, and say we did, and we were just going to share our thoughts here.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts of the first two episodes all in all?
There was some stuff I liked in it that they did. It's just, as a whole, her character is really annoying. I don't care for that actress.
Really? You don't like Tatiana Maslany?
No.
Ooh,
I'm not.
I
think I don't know what else she's been in that.
The Vow?
Oh, yeah, she was in that.
She's great in that movie, though.
But, I mean, yeah, that movie's great.
That is a great.
Is she
movie.
great? I don't know.
She great, yes.
I understand that She-Hulk breaks the third wall like Deadpool does. I hate that they do it in this. It annoys me so much. And then on top of that, all the woke stuff that just constantly just being shoved in your face every.
The first episode was worse in terms of wokeness. Like that pilot episode, they were both. It was in both. Don't get me wrong, but that first episode was bad. It was bad. It was rushed. It was so forced. And I don't even care that, like, okay, they got in a car accident. She got a cut. How did the Hulk get a cut?
Well, he didn't. Ruffalo got the cut.
Oh, because his thing broke.
Yeah.
So he had a little, like, device that was keeping him from turning into the Hulk again. He made a device.
Okay.
Which swiftly broke in the car accident. So he got cut, and some of his blood got into her blood. The gamma stuff. I wish they'd go a little bit deeper with the gamma stuff, because that's really interesting, and it's something that the MCU as a whole has kind of left out.
Yeah.
But it was just so forced, and it's just like, okay, well, this scene, this happens, and then in this scene, this happens, and in this scene, this happens, and I get that's how a movie works, but at the same time, it's just, you're covering a large amount of story in 8 minutes.
Yeah, you're not really giving much time to the origin of this character.
For us to care, yeah. She just briefly says, okay, this is how it happened, here's where I'm at. And then her and the Hulk, like, this super woke stuff, and this is what I hate, and this is what I hate about Wonder Woman 1984. So, she can control her rage easier than Bruce can, and Bruce is really jealous of it because they go out of their way to just say, well, she's like, I can control my anger because for my entire life I've been catcalled and all this from men and I've got to control. And I'm just like, that was lazy. That was stupid. That's the rap that you see in 1984.
Yeah.
Instead, you have far more to play off of with how she can control her anger. And I don't know, she's a lawyer, and lawyers have to control their anger dealing with criminals. No, instead she gets catcalled on the street, and instead of lashing out at him, she learns to control her anger. No. Which
actually is false for her, because 5-10 minutes earlier, when she is at that bar and she's walking out and those guys are catcalling her, she turns around and gets angry and turns green. So she lied about that. That's not even true.
It's very true. So it's just like, you can't have your cake and eat it too, woke women. I'm sorry. It doesn't work that way. Some of that can be used for dramatic purposes. I get that. But you have to know when to use it. You can't just use it every time and say victory, because it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
And of course, her male lawyer friend is just like, he's like, there's a pretty woman over there, I'm going to go talk to it.
Yeah, I know.
That's what he said. Obviously objectifying women.
Yeah.
Men as a race don't talk that way.
Like,
only
I've known
morons do.
Trashy people, and I've heard them say some horrible things that even that's below their character.
Yeah.
I've
also
never heard
women
somebody
say just as many horrible things
yeah.
like that. So it's that.
I've been on construction sites
Stop
in
using
town
it as a plot
and
device.
never heard anything like that.
It's just lazy.
dumb.
The second episode I thought was better. I personally enjoyed the second one more than I liked the first one. She actually goes to work and they bring back Abomination's character in a very well thought out way. He feels like he was wrongfully accused of things that he didn't do. They turned him into a super abomination. And he's like, but I did exactly what you wanted me to do, except I'm in prison and Hulk isn't. Like, he's like, how does this work? I thought that was very compelling and a good place to go. The more courtroom stuff we get, the better the show will be. If they don't give us the courtroom stuff, it's gonna be held back because of it.
So apparently we're getting an end credit scene with each episode, which I think is stupid.
We don't
Why?
need
Yeah, I don't know.
That's so dumb.
I know.
It's a show.
And this episode 2 was the shortest MCU of their TV show, all the TV shows, the shortest episode ever made. It was like less than 25 minutes.
I mean, it would be nice. The end credit scenes would be fine if they were mattered in any way.
Well, I think this one did to a degree. I think most of this, and I'm curious what your thoughts are, because it showed Abomination escape prison and was in some Fight Club thing. So does that take place prior to Shang-Chi?
I think it's supposed to take place at the same time.
Right, yeah. So this is like story-wise lining up with Shang-Chi.
I believe so. Yes.
Okay.
Which was great in Shang-Chi. Did you watch Shang-Chi? You know Wong's character from Doctor Strange. Well, in Shang-Chi, there's an underground fight with some of them are powered people, some of them aren't. Shang-Chi goes in there to find his sister, and he ends up having to fight and stuff. But in the first episode, in the underground fight club, Wong is fighting Abomination.
Oh.
In this fight club. And then a little bit later on in the scene, you see Wong open up a portal, and him and Abomination walk back through the portal, and it's Abomination's prison cell. So it's like Wong broke him out of prison to go do a pretend fight that they both staged to then take him back to prison, which was great. That's so Wong.
Just to make Wong look like a beast or something.
Yes. Like they were just like staging a fight to win money off of it.
That's hilarious.
Anyways,
yeah,
that's enough She-Hulk.
She-Hulk.
I can't talk about her anymore.
Do you think some of the poor ratings are from the review bombing, or it just generally is that bad?
I just generally think it's not a very compelling show, at least yet. I'll be interested to see if it's still only 6 episodes, because if it is, that means the next episode is our midway point, and this show's going absolutely nowhere again. Come halfway through the show, so
we've had that a lot though with a lot of the Disney Plus shows, and they do get better. I mean, they have gotten better. Some of them got better.
Hawkeye and Moon Knight.
Oh, yeah, those two were because Moon Knight. We were saying the same stuff about.
That's what I hate about it. 6 episodes is so few, and we haven't even gotten Daredevil yet.
I know. I'm curious if we're going to see him at all before episode 6.
Oh, that's a good question.
That would suck. Act like he's going to be a part of the whole thing, bait you until the last episode.
He's got to
put him in the end credits of the last one.
That would suck.
That's dirty.
Almost that whole first episode, though, was just the trailer.
Charlie Cox wants to see himself in the courtroom, too.
Technically, Charlie Cox can see himself in the courtroom. Matt Murdock cannot. Ewan McGregor responds to Mark Ruffalo's comments about Star Wars being repetitive and boring.
What did McGregor say? I didn't see.
He didn't say much. He was very polite. And he just said,
McGregor's been coming out against a lot of people that have like said stuff against. Like there was stuff that came out against the third sister.
Oh yeah,
and like he came out, which I mean he should have. That's one thing, but
fine.
Like there's different things that have come out, and McGregor's like come back and combated it
But he's very like British polite.
Yeah.
So he was like, if you're in Star Wars, you're very devoted to Star Wars. Him and Hayden Christensen are like they bleed Star Wars because it's been a part of their lives so much, and I completely understand. Even though most of it's not very good, I'm sorry. Mark Ruffalo's been in the MCU since its inception, really, 2012 with that first Avengers movie. Yeah. He's like, we're both just hardcore dedicated, but it's both Disney. So Disney wins in the end regardless.
We're on the same team, guys.
But what's a better franchise?
I think the MCU is a better franchise,
definitely.
hands down.
Yeah, they got him on that one.
Yeah,
Man, what Kevin Feige could do with Star Wars, though. Ooh.
I know. It's funny they thought J.J. Abrams was going to be the guy to come in and save Star Wars, and he ruined it.
I would love to see Jon Favreau step up and see what he could do. He's kind of started, too.
I mean, yeah, with the Mandalorian, he did great. And
All they got to do is replace... What's her name? Kathleen Kennedy?
yeah,
Replace her with either Jon Favreau or Kevin Feige, and you'll be set.
yep,
But Kevin Feige would be busy with DC, so...
yeah.
Pipe dreams.
Just the
A guy can
Lord
dream.
and Savior of the movie industry as a whole.
Yeah. Well, you were saying that, like, The Flash is still a highly anticipated...
Yeah, it's got like the highest what do they call that?
pre-screen, like, previs stuff, yeah.
Yeah, it's got the highest since The Dark Knight for
Since
DC.
The Dark Knight?
Since The Dark Knight, yeah.
So do you... Wow, it's because of Michael Keaton, though.
That, and I mean... Yeah.
It's pretty much a
Michael-
Batman movie. The Flash is pretty much a Batman movie. You're not going to tease bringing back Michael Keaton's Batman and think that we're going there because we like Ezra Miller as an actor.
I mean, we're going to see multiple Flashes, too. It's not just going to be Ezra Miller. So we'll probably see... What's his name from the...
You think so?
Yeah.
Grant Gustin?
I think we'll see Grant Gustin and the guy that plays Jay Garrick in that, too. The older Flash.
I would rather see the guy who plays Reverse Flash.
I can't remember his name.
He's such a good actor.
He is a good actor. I like him.
Oh my goodness, I can't remember either.
Uh,
That's unfortunate.
yeah.
I would watch an entire movie with the cast from the show, though. I would watch a Flash movie with the cast of the CW show.
Yeah.
All of them.
Mm-hmm.
Because most of that is good. Not all of it, but most of it. Another thought. We're going to skip around a little bit because it still fits, so it flows better. We're looking for flow. We're not looking for just point A to point B. John Stamos wants to join the MCU. What do we think about this?
Uh-oh. Have mercy.
I think it's great.
I do. I do like that. Who doesn't like John Stamos?
Who would he play?
I don't know. He
I
could
would
play
hope-
Uncle Jesse.
He would play
He'd just
himself.
be
He would
himself.
just play John Stamos.
That's all he's got to do.
John Stamos gets superpowers. He gets...
That's so fun.
He's the new Iron Man.
Because he's not... I mean, he's older now.
Oh, yeah, he's old. He's older than Robert Downey Jr., I think.
Is he?
He's got to be around the same, yeah.
He doesn't look a day over 30, though.
Oh, my goodness.
No, he's aged well.
Still looks great.
Yeah.
I'll cast my vote.
I love
for that
John
one.
Stamos. That Disney's got that TV show, Big Shot, where he's that basketball coach. He's a college coach,
Oh.
gets fired, and then he can try to get back into college. He has to coach like some private school girls team. It's pretty funny. It's actually pretty good. But
I've never thought he was terrible. I mean, he's just
fun to. He's
always John Stamos.
yeah, yeah. Well, it's like Mark Ruffalo. It's like Mark Ruffalo is not a bad actor, but he's always Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, some of those actors are like that. Like Jeff Goldblum's another one.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't play anything but that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
Rocky Balboa.
Sylvester Stallone.
Sylvester Stallone, he's the same way. Like I love Sylvester Stallone, but he's not a great actor. He just plays
Yeah.
Stallone and everything.
I don't know. Creed. That first one.
No, I mean like he's
a
good in
good
those
actor.
films, but he's still Stallone. Like that is Stallone. Rocky Balboa is Stallone.
It's true.
Or John Rambo. I don't know. So yeah.
I was just talking about that first Rambo movie the other day.
That
That is such a
first
good
Rambo
movie.
is amazing. Yeah.
The first one and the fourth one.
I like the second one too.
I don't
Where he
remember.
goes over to Vietnam.
Yeah.
That one's cool. The third one wasn't great, but yeah.
That's okay. I saw a interview today. There was a Catholic deacon. He's pretty famous on YouTube. I'm not sure. I can't remember his name. Robert something. He was interviewing Shia LaBeouf
Okay.
in regards to his new role. Shia LaBeouf just made a movie where he's playing Saint Pedro Pia. I'm not sure who this is. He lived a long time ago.
Pedro Paya.
Pedro I could have spelled it incorrectly.
Saint PP. I don't know.
The Catholics can have that saint. We don't want them.
Anyways, the entire interview was just about the fact that Shia LaBeouf is now coming out and saying that he found God.
Again? Because didn't he say that when he came out?
I don't think so.
Yes, he said he became a Christian when he played in Fury because he was the...
I'd have to look at interviews of that. Because everything he was saying about was that he always considered himself agnostic. His mom's Jewish. I always knew he had, like, Jewish background. 'Cause he's got a Jew fro in most of Even Steven.
Yeah.
But it was a pretty interesting interview, regardless. To hear some of the stuff he was talking about. Again, I would agree with you. A lot of actors find a lot of different things whenever they're researching roles. But I know he's had a really hard life. He was talking about suicide and stuff.
Was that because he got fired from that Olivia Wilde movie?
Probably because of all the LSD that he was using back when he did... what was that movie? Charlie something. The character did LSD,
Yeah.
so he was doing LSD.
Yeah. Charlie Countryman.
That's it. And then right after that is when he started putting the bag on his head and just going nuts.
Yeah. Beating people up outside bars. What was that? Nice. Was that
Nice?
the nice?
What was that nice,
Nice.
guys? I think it was Thunder.
I hope it was thunder.
Or your dog's getting out.
It came from that way.
It's probably Thunder then.
Yeah,
There's a storm
There's a
over
lot
that
of
way.
lightning coming.
There's still some of that left hanging around.
This is quality content.
And tune in to see if we survive.
I'm sorry, Shia. I know you did not get fired from that movie. I know you quit. That's what you said. But
Which Olivia Wilde movie was that?
it's the sorry.
I know it. She's getting into directing now quite a bit.
Don't worry, darling.
Oh,
Which I'm pretty sure she went with her new beau, Harry Styles.
Harry
in
Styles.
place of
That's
that.
one with Florence Pugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't that like a
kinda...
scheduling conflict, though?
She says he got fired. She fired him. He says he quit because of scheduling. But I don't know. They're all narcissists. Who knows? Olivia Wilde's a nut.
Yeah, she's a little high on herself.
I mean, she
don't
dates
think
men
she's
that
a
wear
bad-
dresses. So
I don't think she's a bad actress, but
Harry Styles.
I didn't know he was
Brad
wearing
Pitt.
dresses.
Oh yeah, he like posed for like some magazine
Isaac.
wearing a dress.
Right, because she
Oscar
likes
Isaac
to
wore
wear
a
the
kilt.
pants.
Huh?
Because she likes to wear the pants in the relationship, so she has to get skirt wearing men.
Yeah. Although I did see Harry Styles said that he's gonna stop acting after this and go back to just focus on music.
Harry Styles did.
Yeah.
He
said
just got in the MCU.
he doesn't. I don't think he wants to act. He said it's too much.
I can get that.
He says he likes the music side better, so he wants to just focus on that.
And isn't he just doing like 70s hyper pop stuff or like
Pretty
80s
Yeah.
aesthetic everything now?
Yes.
Yeah.
He wears some weird stuff.
I mean, he's British, so.
It's like he's trying to be David Bowie or something.
I mean, I'm not trying to make this show about that kind of stuff, but even I just saw in an interview. You know who Corey Asbury is, the singer.
Yeah.
He just came out in a video saying how we need to destigmatize men wearing fingernail polish. And he wears fingernail polish all the time, and his daughters love that he wears fingernail polish, and that it's all just a cultural construct and all this shit.
I mean, look, if you are a dude and you feel like you want to wear fingernail polish, fine. I don't want to.
The whole world's falling apart because you got that, and then you got that Matt Chandler stuff going on.
I saw that. I did
Yeah.
see that. I read a lot of stuff about it. I mean, this is not the platform where we talk about that kind of stuff at all.
Yeah.
But
Well, we
hopefully it
talk
works
about J-Flex wedding. Why can't we talk about a little bit
This is
more
true. This is
impactful
true.
human beings to
but
the world?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, if we are going to talk about it a little bit, I will say I think he handled it very humbly with
Yeah.
humility and stuff and gracefully.
I would
like
agree.
it was, I read the article, and then I watched the video of him at the church.
Oh, I didn't
about
see
it.
that. You have to send it to me.
Yeah, I'll send it to you guys. And he talks about kind of what happened and apologized to the congregation. Which, I mean, in my opinion, I don't know that there was nothing said in that.
It didn't sound like it was heinous.
No.
Well, and let me just interject here before
Yeah.
you continue. Like, unfortunately, a byproduct of putting yourself not only out on the internet, in such a public way. Like all of those pastors, those big scale pastors, you're putting all of your good out there. Unfortunately, in a lot of ways, you're putting all of your bad out there as well.
Right.
So your sins will be found out. Everyone sins. So eventually something's going to come out.
Right.
I also agree. It seemed like the elders went to him and were like, look, dude, we see this in you. We see this as something that we disagree with. And he's like, I respect that. I appreciate that. That's kind of what you're there to do.
So when he was talking in the article I read, he went to the elders.
Oh, okay. Maybe I read that wrong.
Yeah, he went to the elders after he got confronted by the one woman that said it was the woman.
I do remember that.
That confronted him, and so he went to the elders and was like, "Hey, here's this stuff. Look at this. What do you think? Am I?" And then they came back, and it wasn't sexual and it wasn't romantic, and his wife and her husband both knew that they were talking. Okay,
It's just inappropriate.
he said some stuff that was inappropriate. He said that the pastor that took over for him said there was some inappropriate language. So I don't
Like it was like crude jokes or something.
Yes, something that a pastor shouldn't probably be saying or shouldn't be saying.
Yeah, it sounds like they caught it in time.
Yeah.
If it was going to become something worse,
Yeah.
they cut it off before it could get there. So
yeah, he's stepping down. I respect him.
good.
I respect him. Yeah. Well, I mean the eldership. He respects the eldership, and he did.
I'm sure he won't step down forever. It's going to be for a season, which is probably appropriate.
Yeah.
I have nothing but love and respect for Matt Chandler and that the way that their church operates, I think is a good example of how a church is supposed to operate. So
Yeah. So, we're praying for you, Matt, and wish you the best.
absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely. You want to come on the show? Right behind Sigourney, though. Sorry,
we're still waiting on Sigourney to get back. Once we hear,
we'll
from
have you
her.
right in the bullpen, like just waiting.
Yeah.
Whatever
Now, I mean, if we want to talk about inappropriate stuff, I saw Gary Busey.
Oh no!
What a segue.
Gary Busey is found sitting naked on a park bench after groping 3 women. So,
There's probably a lot.
Literally
of
caught him
He's
red-handed.
old.
was he
And
being
caught him
groomed
with
by
his
Ezra
pants
Miller?
down.
Was Ezra,
Can he
was
be groomed?
grooming?
Was he?
He's like what, 3 times as old as Ezra Miller? Probably half as much alive.
Sometimes, like, is he just trying to be relevant again by just
I
doing
think
something
so.
weird? Because
Yeah. I mean,
we haven't talked
I
about him in
think
quite a
he's
while.
just that gone of an old man at this
Probably.
point.
Yeah.
He probably just forgot to put them on.
He always reminded me of the generic version of
Nick Nolte.
Hellboy.
Oh, Ron Perlman.
Perlman. He's the great value, Ron Perlman.
Yeah, I mean, just in regards to like a bygone era, Dan Aykroyd and Chevy Chase are going to be in the R.L. Stine movie Zombie Town.
Okay, is that like R.L. Stein? She did the
Goosebumps.
Goosebumps. Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
R.L. Stine.
I don't know why I thought he was a woman. He could be. I don't know. Maybe you are.
I'm pretty sure. Is he still alive? I don't even know if R.L. Stein's still alive. What are we laughing about?
I'm just tired of this woke Ezra Miller every time.
Keep bringing up Ezra Miller.
He, she, they. Well, R.L. Stein could have been a woman.
He needs a lot of prayer too, guys.
Who?
Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller
Yes,
does,
all of
yeah.
them.
They do.
The Legion of Ezras.
Paul Bettany?
That's a different thing.
That's a great movie.
Legion?
Legion with Paul Bettany. Not great. It's a good movie. It's a fun movie.
Theologically, it's pretty off base.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one where he plays Michael, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's Catholic, so it's going to be theologically off.
He's wearing like a collar that he broke off.
I don't know. I just remember the old lady
Yeah.
eating the steak.
No, I really enjoyed.
Crawling
I
on the
really
ceiling.
enjoyed Legion as well, and Lucas Black's in that one.
Yeah.
That had Carl Urban in it too, didn't it? Or was that?
Carl
No,
Urban
I'm
was
thinking of
that was
Priest.
Priest was
with
terrible.
Paul Bettany as well. I
Yeah.
like Priest.
Oh, gosh.
I
are you
like
serious?
Priest. It's just a different take on some zombies or not zombies, vampires.
Vampires.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That opening credits with like the weird anime.
Yeah.
Oh,
Vampires.
yeah.
It's so weird.
Is he gonna be in the X-Men now? Is he
Urban?
Wolverine?
With
I
who?
saw some article about Urban as Wolverine. I
I
didn't.
would love
That
that.
actually
didn't
wouldn't
click
be
on it.
bad.
Granted, he's already been in the MCU, but I would love that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was in Thor.
He was what was that character's name?
Well, they killed him. They could bring him back.
It would not be that big of a deal. Nobody would care.
He actually kind of looks like a Wolverine.
He's a little bit older, though.
Yeah, I think he's too old. They got to go younger with it, I think.
Although
I would...
Taron Egerton.
Taron Egerton?
At this point.
Been saying it for a while.
He'd have to bulk up a little bit, but...
Yeah.
I don't know. Hugh Jackman in that first one was pretty lean. He was pretty thin.
He was
He's a
just
kid.
cut more than anything.
Yeah. He didn't start bulking up until like the fourth one.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
I can't think of anybody else. There's a ton of fan castings for Mr. Fantastic still.
I'm done
all
talking
over the
about
internet.
Mr. Fantastic.
We'll talk about it later. It was the kid. It was the guy from that show. You know what that show is? I don't know.
Me? No.
The show is called You.
No. It's called Jehaziel?
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Conor McGregor is acting debut in Jake Gyllenhaal.
Okay, I get that it's spelled incorrectly.
That is a typo.
But I didn't know how to spell Gyllenhaal.
You were close. You almost got there. A for effort.
I'm pretty sure it's Polish anyway. Roadhouse is being remade.
Yeah.
With Jake Gyllenhaal starring as
Patrick
Swayze's character. And Conor McGregor is making his acting debut.
It's going to be bad.
Oh, yeah.
Have you... I watched some of his interviews and I'm just like, dude.
I've seen some of Conor McGregor's acting at his fights, and it's not good.
Heyo.
Just hearing him in those post-fight interviews is terrible.
He's got an annoying voice.
He's very heavy accent, real grating sound.
Yeah.
And I just don't think he can get past his own ego at this point to act well.
It's just going to be one big product placement for his whiskey, Prop 12.
Oh,
I'm interested to see what they're going to do.
Guaranteed.
That's one of
it'll probably be in there.
That's one of Patrick Swayze's. A lot of people love that. It's like a cult movie for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I watched it. I didn't care.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard.
Sam Elliott's in it. So there's that.
Do you think they'll bring Sam Elliott back to come play a role?
Probably not.
No.
He's about 3,000 years old at this
He's still
point.
doing it, though. He's still rocking.
Yeah, he still looks good.
Yeah.
1883.
Keep going.
Was that when he was born?
That was when he died.
So
Now
his
it's just
carcass
him.
has been walking around for
He was in
200
Ghost
years.
Rider, wasn't
I don't know. I can't remember.
He played the motorcycle.
he? Did you see the trailer for the Weirdo Yankovic movie?
I saw like the first one like a little while ago.
Oh, no. There's an official one.
Oh, there's an official one. Okay, no.
Because it comes out, I think, the end of this year.
Because who's playing Weird Al again?
Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh, okay.
No.
He looks just like him. It's so funny. I am so excited for this movie. I don't know how much Weird Al y'all listened to growing up. I listened to quite a bit.
I mean, Amish Paradise.
There's a ton.
White and Nerdy.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones.
Which we can't play that one anymore.
My baloney. He did a lot.
Like a Surgeon.
But the movie revolves more around his early days of getting into the business. And Rainn Wilson is in it, who plays like his agent.
Nice.
And it looks hilarious. But what's even funnier is the times when he's singing, they just play Weird Al. So it goes back to that debate in like musical biopics. Did we not just talk about this?
We
talked about
with
this.
the Elvis
Should
Should
stuff.
the
weeks
actor
ago.
sing the songs or do you just dub it over? But they dub it over with Weird Al, and that looks and sounds nothing like Daniel Radcliffe's Weird Al. So it's very jarring, but hilarious at the same time.
I'm shocked you're excited about this because I know how you feel about biopics of people who are still alive.
This, I never expected to happen. Like, why are they making this? Like, if you
It
make a
is
movie about
strange.
Elton John, regardless of the fact that whether he's dead or alive, it's Elton John. Okay? And whether you like him or not, he's huge in the music industry.
So was Weird Al.
So I get
Yeah.
that.
It was pretty popular.
No.
But
it's
like
Weird
Elton
Al
John is a generational household name, where Weird Al isn't necessarily that. He's very popular and he's had an impact, but not in the same echelon as
And-
an Elton John.
What?
It's a Roku movie, though. So it's
okay.
not
What
going
is
to
a
theaters. It's going straight to Roku.
Roku has its own platform to
I
stream
didn't even
stuff.
know.
Yeah, they have their own channel. They play movies for free. I don't think they've...
Dude, we could probably start our own streaming service and just buy movies and just...
Yes. Or
Yeah.
we just rip off and...
Yeah. We'll make our own Weird Al movie.
I'm super excited about it.
How has Weird Al had an effect on your music, Colin?
On my music?
Yeah, what kind of inspiration has you gotten from him? Anything, or is it just...
I mean, one takeaway from early on is just to not take yourself too seriously. Have fun with it.
Plus,
Okay.
you've got
Positive.
Yeah.
you've got his Star Wars parody,
Yeah.
which was about Anakin pod racing.
Okay.
And then you have his Jurassic Park song, which wasn't original. That wasn't a parody song. That was just Jurassic Park. You remember that one?
No.
Oh my goodness.
I wasn't that big of a fan.
My friend. You've got to... Oh, we're listening to it later. I'm weirdly on board with this. But I would agree with you. I am pretty much against biopics about people that are still alive. This one, why not? If you're going to start making biopics about people that are still alive, I want it about people who are like... And I don't even want to say Weird Al's lesser important. Because like you said, okay, he's not Elton John. But he's pretty well known. But I wanted it about like nobodies. I want biopics about nobodies.
Harry Styles.
Yes. I want a Simon Cowell biopic. You know, stuff like that.
You get a Gordon Ramsay one.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes.
Who would you get to play Gordon Ramsay?
That's a tough one.
Hugh Jackman. Harry
Maybe.
Styles.
It's got to be somebody who can be convincingly aggressive and believable cursing
Hardy.
like a sailor.
Gary Busey.
Gary Busey. Just de-age him by 5 decades and then have him play.
Just have his cancer voice. Just.
Could
What is
Bradley...
this?
Bradley Cooper already did a chef movie.
Yeah, which was pretty good.
Yeah, that one wasn't too bad. Forget what it was called though.
Burnt.
Yeah,
Burnt?
it had who was the leading female role in that?
Probably Jennifer Lawrence.
No, it wasn't
She was in
Jennifer
all of his movies.
It wasn't Jennifer Lawrence. What was her name? Brooke Shields? No,
Brooke
Was it a
Shields.
French lady?
Oh, what is this, Blue Lagoon?
Was it a French lady?
I think so.
Was it the one that was in the Cotillard? Like Batman movie? One of the Batman?
No, it wasn't her. I know who you're thinking of. It wasn't her.
The
Talking
one
about the
that...
Inception woman.
Was she in Inception too? I
Yeah,
thought she
she's
was...
thinking of Maria Cotillard or Cotillard.
Yeah.
Cotillard. I think you had it
I
pronounced.
think it's Cotillard. That sounds right.
I don't think either one of you are saying a real person.
Cotillard, Cotillard.
I don't remember.
Somewhere in that ballpark.
We know who we know.
So are we gonna look it up or are we gonna move on?
We'll just move on. It's not that important.
Internet's out, so...
Now we just look sexist. Now we have to find out.
I mean, we can try. My phone's the only internet I've got connected
Oh,
to
your
this.
internet's down?
It got knocked out by the storm, and then it's just been really unreliable ever since.
Oh, pity, shame. I don't have any service on my cell phone.
I don't know if I can get any service.
Oh, look at that. That's nasty.
House of the Dragon episode 3 preview. Ooh.
I am not on. I could not care less.
I
about-
have no service down here. This is
Marion Cotillard, if it'll load.
or just look up Burnt.
That lady.
Cotillard. There you go. Now look up Burnt and see if she was in Burnt.
Sienna Miller. That's the top casted female.
I can't see her.
She was in one of those war movies.
War movies? She was.
Oh, she was
in
in G.I.
American
Joe.
Sniper.
American
Oh,
Sniper.
I know
yeah.
who she is.
Yeah.
That was worth it.
That was a good movie.
There was
Burnt.
another trailer I saw. I don't remember.
Anyways.
Lord of the Rings came out with a new trailer. I didn't watch it, but
Oh, man, there's so much.
that comes out in September.
There's so much content coming out right now. I'm like, my head is spinning because I'm thinking September. You got the Lord of the Rings, which I'm gonna watch. Mm-hmm. You got Cobra Kai season 5 comes out in September.
How long are those episodes though?
The Cobra Kai ones, they're about 50 minutes.
Oh,
at
it's like
least.
normal.
Yeah.
I thought they were like.
They might be 45.
Like The Office
but
short.
No, they're not that short. I'm just like thinking of all the content that's coming out. And then like October, you've got the new season of Walker Texas Ranger. November, you've got Yellowstone. Walker's great, dude.
All right, so we got a new segment. We were talking about 80s movies earlier. We're going to do a GuessMoji challenge.
Okay.
Basically, you just get some emojis in an order. They don't necessarily front to back make up the title. They could be literally in order, or collectively they get you the idea.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So we have to do this
So-
together?
Yeah, you guys figure them out, and we'll just go down. If you don't know them, we can skip them. And then behind the black sands of time
Okay.
is the answers.
Okay.
Okay, you got a guess on that first one?
Let's see. So it's an
Oh.
American flag, a moon. Is that a dog?
Wolf of some kind.
A wolf and a British flag.
Oh, American Werewolf in London.
Nice.
Indeed it is.
That was good. A lightning bolt and a dance. That's Flashdance.
Nice. Let's see. A skull, a pen.
And masks. That one's tough. Skull,
Skull,
pen, mask.
If it helps, the masks are like comedy tragedy.
Is that specific? So it's not like
That could help.
it's not like a.
Comedy or tragedy are not in the title, but they would make it more relevant.
So it's not a Mission Impossible then.
No.
No, not in the 80s.
Comedy, tragedy. So it's a funny, sad, with death and a pen. The pen is the thing that's throwing you. And by you, I mean me.
It's a comedy tragedy. Is it like, what's the John Hughes one?
Like a Breakfast,
Breakfast Club? I don't think they
No.
want to use that for Breakfast Club.
What is it?
Oh,
Oh.
Dead Poet Society.
Nice. That's Top Gun.
Yeah, that's easy.
Top Gun airplane. Top Gun. Dancers. Is that Dirty Dancing?
Dirty Dancing, yeah.
Look at that. I love how you're moving the sand down.
It's very ghetto, but it gets us
Okay.
there.
Are these all 80s movies?
All 80s movies.
Okay.
So,
A Crown and a Bride? Was
Princess Bride.
Nice.
A medal and a drop of blood.
Bloodsport.
Nice.
No?
Oh, it's not
I don't
Bloodsport.
know. Chariots of Fire.
We talked about the actor in this one earlier.
Gary Busey?
Not Gary Busey.
Brian's song. Oh, we talked about the actor in this movie.
Oh, it's from Roadhouse, probably. The actor-
Patrick Swayze?
Patrick Swayze.
This one, take a little more literally.
This one, what?
Take it literally with these. You have a
Metal?
medal, but what kind of medal?
First Blood. Oh, Rambo. First
Rambo.
Blood. It's First
Oh,
Blood.
okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Wow.
That sucks. What is this? This emoji. This is funny.
This is good.
Masked Death. Is it about her mask or is she a superhero?
Howard the Duck.
This one I can't remember what movie it's in.
I don't know if I'm gonna get that one.
Yeah, I don't either.
Let's guess one final thing. One final guess.
I got
That
nothing.
cricket is very applicable right now. I don't know. Yeah, I don't have a guess.
Not a paid actor.
Evil
Evil
Dead.
Dead. That one's Alien.
It's got to be Alien. Aliens. Okay.
Is that a
Is that a?
It's a frying pan with an egg in
Oh.
it.
frying pan with an egg in it?
Yeah.
Fried green tomatoes.
Oh, Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club. Look at you. Die Hard.
17.
The date.
Calendar.
Calendar death. Happy Death Day. 17th. That was the day that She-Hulk came out, and we all died.
What's some horror movies, like some of the slasher films? Freddy Krueger,
Halloween. Nope, not the
No, that
17th.
and that was in the 70s.
Oh yeah, Aliens was in the 80s. That's why it's Aliens. There would have only been one alien if it was Alien.
Right.
I can't recall which one this was.
I can't.
I
got
have no.
nothing.
I got no guess.
Day of the
Oh,
Dead.
look at you. You were right. That's Purple Rain. Which is a movie based off the
RoboCop.
song, I think. Nice.
Splash? Oh, Little Mermaid.
That came out in the 80s?
Yeah, like 89, 88 or 89.
Airplane. We just quit telling everybody. You're just going to superimpose some of the emojis on the screen. Okay.
Okay. Question mark?
Alice in Wonderland.
No.
I don't think so.
Question mark. I thought that was a good guess. I don't know that one.
Thumbs up and a rabbit.
Oh, I know what one it is.
You know what it is now?
Yeah.
The Matrix.
You have a picture frame is the second one.
The Man Who Knew Too Little?
Of Mice and Men.
So you have a question. Who?
Doctor.
Oh, Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Nice.
Wow.
Nice. What's the thumbs up? Roger. Like
Roger.
Yeah.
Roger that.
Roger.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
Yeah. Friday the 13th. That would be Star Wars.
No.
No, the Karate Kid. I saw a robe and my mom went straight to
This is
Jedi.
pod racing.
It's Luke.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yep.
That was a good one.
E.T.
Nice.
One down time equals America?
No, one flew over the cuckoo's
What
nest.
is 9/11?
One down clock?
Clockwork Orange?
No. One clock, one something America. Air Force One.
Air America?
I don't know what one this is.
Is there any an inconvenient truth?
You want to run it?
Just sure.
That
Yeah.
didn't come out in the 80s, but... Oh.
I know it didn't come out in the 80s.
Once Upon a Time in America.
I don't even know what that is.
Beats me.
Oh,
I'm assuming it's a
Once
Western.
Upon a Time in America?
Yeah,
I
I'm
think it's a
assuming
Western, yeah. That's 16 Candles.
Nice. Which starred?
Amelia Western.
Roseanne.
16 Candles?
Gary Busey. Oh, that was fun. I
That
like
was
those.
good. That was
I
a
like-
good bit. I like
Yeah.
that one a lot.
Those were a lot harder than some of the ones you get online, like trying to guess the movies.
Yeah, no,
like
I think
that.
we only missed 3.
Yeah.
How many were there total?
22.
Yeah, I think we only missed like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Anyways,
There's a lot of
I
themes
came
you
across
can do
this
with
and I
that.
was like, how can we not talk about this for at least a second?
Yeah. Well, I mean, coming right off 80s movies, you get Clue.
Ryan Reynolds just recently, I saw it's on Hulu. I didn't know it was on Hulu.
Oh.
That series, Wrexham,
Okay.
where he Blake Lively is really into soccer. So him and another guy just bought a soccer stadium and a soccer team in England. Like they just own the team
It's
and they're
called
trying.
Wrexham.
Yeah, that's the town.
Oh, bend it like Wrexham.
Me wreck it like Wrexham.
So he's really into like whatever he's doing with this
Wrexham
soccer
Ralph.
team right now. But yeah, that he is involved in working. They just signed, and I didn't see who the writer was. They just got a writer for a Clue movie that they're working on. So Ryan Reynolds Clue movie, the game, the movie.
I mean, it's another whodunit movie. I like those. So.
That's fine with me. Yeah,
Maybe like a
Glass
Knives
Onions
Out.
is coming out soon.
Who?
Glass Onions.
Glass Onions.
That's a sequel to Knives Out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was called.
Yeah,
That's a weird title.
it's a
Knives
weird
Out.
kind of movie, but a weird in a good way.
Yeah. Cool.
It's got Dave Bautista. He plays like a YouTuber. I'm not kidding.
That would be hilarious.
But anyways, what you been watching?
Oh.
You got something else?
I was just going to say, I didn't know who do you think they would get to play the different characters for Clue?
Colonel Mustard.
Gary Busey.
The answer
want
is
all of
not
them to be
always
Gary
Gary
Busey.
Busey.
He could play like Miss Peacock.
Miss White.
Just cast him as the female characters only.
Yeah.
They're gonna get a whole bunch of.
Yeah.
They're gonna make it super woke.
They'll probably have Professor Plum will be gay.
Probably.
Mm,
Ooh,
surprised
Sam
me.
Rockwell. but gay. Dude. You just have to pick people and then just make it a woke stereotype. Just because that's what they do and that's what they count as character development. Oh, we're just going to... Miss White is going to be
Trans.
Octavia Spencer, but gay. So it's just like they're just layering on wokeness just to be woke. And it's just like, okay, but that doesn't aid the character in any way. I would much rather you just give me a compelling character.
What if Ryan Reynolds gets the rights to where he can do a Clue remake, but he gets characters from other movies, kind of like Free Guy, how it had all these other characters in it? He gets like Deadpool can come in and play as one of the characters.
Just in the Clue.
Instead of having Colonel Mustard, you have Deadpool. Or instead of...
Yeah, but the game would be over so quickly because it's definitely Deadpool.
Uh-oh.
If you're trying to find the killer.
Well, it doesn't
It's
have to be
definitely
Deadpool. I'm just saying, like, get characters from, like...
Yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah.
Just cast Ezra Miller as a straight person. Really hit him with a curveball.
Just cast Ezra Miller
He's a straight man.
as all of them.
Now he can play every side of the woke dice. So
Too much. Too
All
much.
right.
What else have we been watching?
Let's see. We started going through that series. It's an older one. It's called Justified. It's got Timothy Olyphant in it.
Yeah.
Some friends told us about it, so we were like, "Oh, let's watch it."
And?
I don't know. We're in season 1, so we'll see. I'm not really. It's not as good as I thought it was going to be.
That's like his character from Boba Fett,
Yeah,
pretty much.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I watched the movie. Came out in 2018, The Lighthouse, with
Willem Dafoe.
William Dafoe and Robert Pattinson.
Correct.
The first 30 minutes of it was really good. Like, it looked like it could, the story
And then it
stuff
devolves into
got
madness.
really weird,
They, like-
really fast.
Beat a seagull to death or something?
Yeah, Robert Pattinson beats a seagull to death.
Yep.
There's some mermaid stuff in there.
Yeah. It's about it's about a lighthouse keeper.
They both go crazy and stuff. It's super creepy. They filmed it in black and white, which I loved. The soundtrack, the score to it is fantastic.
Really?
Like, really eerie. It could have been such a great movie if they would have just had a better story. And William Dafoe and Pattinson both, their acting was great. They hardly spoke throughout the whole film.
Just a crazy
Yeah.
plot.
Yeah.
So it's just the story that was bad.
Yeah. And it really, like, it's like if they would have kept the direction. I mean, they just went crazy is what it was. Robert Pattinson's character went crazy, but
they were stuck there?
Yeah. Because they were working it, and then they ended up getting stuck there longer than what they were supposed to.
They kill each other?
I can't remember. I tuned out about an hour into it.
Man.
Yeah. Watch the first 30 minutes. Just to get the feel of the cinematography and stuff of it.
it would have worked better as a short film.
Yeah. Yes.
I saw the teaser for Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer movie,
Yeah.
and it was in black and white.
Really?
I wonder if that whole movie's going to be in black and white.
That'd be awesome. I love it when they do that. That movie, The Artist, that came out, it's been like 10 years ago now, that silent picture they did, that was all in black and white. It was fantastic.
I watched Top Gun
Yeah.
finally, as soon as it came out. Phenomenal movie. Just, yeah. There's commentary is over on it. Everybody's already said all there is to say about it, but it was incredible. It really was. And I'm not a fan of the original one, personally. It was before my time. It was a little boring to me. Everybody who saw it when it came out, you know, that's sacrilege to say, but it was boring. And they needed the visuals and the technology to do a plane movie. You need 2022 visuals to make that movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the drama in the air, you totally got in this one that you didn't get in the other one. You can't throw any shade on the other one. They didn't have the technology to do it, so they did the best with what they could. But this movie, and you could see Tom Cruise puts his body on the line in all of his movies, but he put his heart and soul on the line in this movie, and it paid off dramatically. He didn't have to break bones.
I mean,
He just had to cry a little bit, and it worked out really, really well.
Yeah.
So it was great. Definitely a recommend to watch. And you don't have to watch the original to get it. You really don't. Val Kilmer's in there.
Yeah.
He looks terrible.
This is his
awful.
last movie, too,
I
right?
think it was his last movie because
Yeah.
he's got throat cancer. He has some form of cancer. I think it was throat
I
cancer.
think it is, yeah.
But he played such a big role in the original. Like, you could just see the honor and the homage was present in this whole movie. Like, they wrote his illness into the movie in a way that brought him back without making it weird, you know?
Yeah.
But he was there, and it's just like, that's the heart of nostalgia at its best, you know? You watch a Jurassic World Dominion, and you're going to see nostalgia at its worst. But this was just hitting all the right buttons.
Just had to throw one over the shoulder shot out there.
I despise that movie so much. That trilogy is garbage. Colin Trevorrow, stop directing movies. Sorry. That's how I feel about that.
I watched a movie called Unsane. I talked about it a little bit on the last one. Like the plot of it. It was just okay. It's like a 5 out of 10, middle of the road kind of thing. I watched it because it was shot on iPhone.
Right.
And I wanted to see kind of what that looked like. You really couldn't tell because they're using those professional style shots that you would expect to see. And I was telling Jesse, the only thing that if you're paying attention, you'll notice it, is a lack of rack focusing. So it's like if you have a person in the foreground and a person in the background, and you change the focus from one to the other, you see that kind of smooth blur into focus. You can't do that with a phone. So there was none of that in the movie.
Okay.
That was just one little thing that gave it away.
Yeah.
Huh.
And then the leading lady's a British person, has an American accent in the movie. Accent slipped in a scene, and they didn't fix it. They never retook the scene, reshot it, but overall the acting was okay.
Yeah.
Really weird little cameo from Matt Damon.
He loves doing that kind of stuff.
It was just strange. Like, she's getting information from him about stalkers and like how to handle life on the run, essentially. And he's just throwing pamphlets down. He's like, how to live in fear and how to use fear as your weapon.
Jason Bourne? Like,
It was like if Jason Bourne took a little course and made it for people, and he was now nowhere near as intense, but just trying to sell it to people.
that's hilarious.
Real strange. Made no sense, but
That's crazy what you can do with an eye, like
yeah.
the ability to record.
The fact that they're
stuff.
getting that good.
Yeah.
I think it was a 7.
It was a 7?
It was an
I was
iPhone
going to say, because
7.
that was years ago. That was like 15, wasn't it, when that
I
came
think it was 18.
18? Okay.
Yeah.
Still.
But still, yeah, 7.
And you have the 13, right?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Like, those would have probably maxed out at maybe 1080
Yeah.
if it could shoot 1080.
Can you do rack focusing on a 13?
No.
No. What?
That's all about the lens.
But I also
Yeah,
watched.
you could do that with this camera
Yeah.
because it has an actual
Yeah.
Right.
focus
We should do it once.
focus ring. Just throw a rack focus.
just at the end of an episode, let's just try a rack focus. Anyways, I also watched Sylvester Stallone's The Samaritan that was on.
Oh, yeah.
That I was telling you about. He plays a washed-up superhero. It was okay. It was fine. I thought that the premise was going to be a lot more to do with like that Finding Forrester with Sean Connery, where it's about a young kid finding him and their relationship
Like a changing of the
rejuvenating
guard
his life
sort of
almost.
thing.
And it was less of that and more just kind of a generic superhero kind of movie. Mm-hmm. The action was good.
Yeah.
For what it was for an Amazon Prime movie, it was really good. Story just lacked because the kid, instead of it being about the relationship, he just kind of turned into a plot device, you know?
Oh.
So it ended up, spoiler alert for The Samaritan, he was the one in trouble and then he had to go save him kind of thing instead of about the two of them and
Yeah.
helping each other to grow and become better people. It had some good twists and a few that really kind of threw me for a loop, which is always nice to see. Mm-hmm. My bar was real low, so once it crossed it, it was just like, oh, yeah. I like watching old Sylvester Stallone, though. Like, he's at this age in life where I really enjoy watching him in just about anything. So it wasn't bad. It's worth a watch. If you have a Prime account.
I do.
You
Yeah.
should definitely watch it. I would like to see what you have to say about it.
I almost watched it after Unsane.
You
but
should.
I ended up falling asleep.
Again, it had a nice twist in there that was just like, it was one of those that was pleasant enough that you're like, huh, that made this all worth it, you know, kind of thing. It's a good social commentary too. And Sylvester Stallone, I'm pretty sure, is fairly conservative in real life. You see that, and I think he's Christian or Catholic. He falls somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
You know, you see that in a lot of the Rocky movies. But there was a lot of social commentary about like riots in the streets and how politics play a role in that. But it plays right down the middle. You know. So he's using the politics as like the driving force of, okay, well, this is why this is happening. But he does it in a subtle enough way that it doesn't blame the left and it doesn't blame the right. You know, you're just using the politics as the vehicle without getting political.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like in general the politics are
which
driving
is very,
this.
very good. You know,
Yeah.
You're not trying to throw shade on anybody. You're just trying to make a good movie, and I respect that hardcore.
Yeah. There's a few
Yeah, it
movies
sounds like
that
it's
can
worth
do
watching.
that.
Very few. Well, most lean so left that they're just trying to.
They're trying to push that agenda, which I'm fine like with there being political stuff in movies as long as you're not trying to push one side or the other.
I know.
You're just, like, it's happening, so just
use it. Sure.
yeah. But
Anything else?
no, I got nothing. Colin?
That's all I got.
All right, if you like what you see, head over to YouTube at Popcorn and Coffee. Give us a like and subscribe. Share us with your friends. If you want to check us out on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify, you can subscribe to us there as well. You can check me out on Instagram at JazeoGood. Jesse's over there running the Popcorn and Coffee page at Popcorn and Coffee, and Colin at ColinBG. You can check him out. DM us. Let us know if there's any topics you want us to talk about or hear our thoughts on.
Yeah.
And we'll get back to you.
Sounds
Don't
good.
get caught like Gary Busey with your pants down. Make sure to hit the bell notification so that you know when the next video or clip comes out.
Absolutely. Ding. Gary Busey style. Bye.
Bye-bye.